Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I decided to experiment with this monochromatic makeup trend, and instead of using like a peach or a pink, I decided to use cool toned browns and kind of make a grungier kind of look. It can also be really classic depending on what lip color you chose. I used Brooklyn Thorn from NYX, and it's kind of a gray toned brown. I think it looks really good with pale skin. And then I used some really brown shadows on the top that are really shimmery. So just so you guys know, if you don't want this color lip and you really like the eye makeup, I would pair it with maybe a red or a really light pink, and it could be really classy. So let's get started. Starting with a contour brush, I'm just going to go right in on that bone that kind of makes my crease, and I'm going to start blending in. I should probably tell you the color. It's Charmed, I'm sure, from the Peach palette, and it is just a matte dark brown. You could really find this color anywhere. It's just a chocolatey kind of brown. I know e.l.f. makes a really good chocolate brown. Sephora has some nice single shadows. But really, you can probably find this in basically any quad or palette. There's always a dark brown. So I am just doing this right on the crease with a crease contour brush. I've really found that using my the bone that creates my eye socket as my crease rather than trying to push into it has really helped. So I guess that's something I've learned with this 100 days of makeup, is how to make a nice crease for my eye shape. So now, taking Peaches and Cream from the same palette on an angled fluffy brush, I am just going to put this on the brow bone, and this is just to blend out our edges because this is a very dark brown and it's very matte, and the next shadows I want to use are very shimmery, so I want to make sure that there is a good fade and gradient all over our eye. By the way, I already had my lids primed. I just used a concealer because I am all out of regular primers, and I just have not had time to purchase one, but I definitely will be picking up some makeup staples here within the next couple days because I am missing a bunch of stuff. Not really missing, but I'm slowly running out of stuff. So now, going into the BH Cosmetics Galaxy Chic palette, I'm taking the color Asteroid, which is on the bottom row as you saw, and it is the shadow that is kind of tie-dye, if you will, between a blue and a dark brown, but super shimmery. So I am just putting this on the same angled brush I used before, and I am sweeping it onto the lid, and this is going to give us a nice base. This is basically a shimmery version of the color that we put in the crease with a little bit more blue undertone. So there's not a whole lot of difference, but it does add a little bit of depth. And when you see the other colors I add right here, this is Mercury. It's another brown shadow that has silver swirled into it. I'm just packing that on top, so it acts as a really nice base to intensify that brown color rather than the silver. So we keep that monochromatic kind of a look, and this is kind of where it gets really old Hollywood classic glamour, but the browns make it really grungy and dark. So I did step away to do my skin and brows, but now I am just adding some liquid liner, and I'm doing a very short, very thin wing. It really wasn't even a wing, it was just kind of how the liner dragged out, and it made a really nice long point at the end. Of course, you can use a pencil liner if you want to be more grungy, but I wanted a little bit more contrast here. My skin is just my regular routine of the Angel Veil and the Tinted Moisturizer, so nothing over the top or different there. But if you guys can see, I'm just keeping this wing super thin. Well, you can't really see because the mirror is in front of my eye. Another note before I forget, comment down below what you prefer, if you prefer the voiceover videos or where I talk to you guys on camera. I've been trying to split it up equally, but if you like one more than the other, let me know down below. So I'm just going to speed through my contour because it is pretty simple. I do the same thing every time with the same bronzer, I did just contour my nose a little bit, but I plan to do an in-depth contouring video for you guys, so if you have questions about how I contour, you can check out some of my other videos that will be listed at the end, and you guys can just kind of go in and pick and choose from there because I show it in a lot of my other videos. So I'm just going to skip through this, and also a mascara. I'm just using Clinique, and I am officially retiring this mascara. It has seen its better days, so this is the high definition mascara, and it's a really great one. I highly suggest you pick it up. So for the rest of my face, I'm going to be going into the Curiouser and Curiouser palette. Technically, it's eyeshadow, but you can also use it as a blush. So I'm taking the color Queenie, which is this light pink, and just kind of sweeping it back on my cheeks to aid in my contour. And I'm just using a little Clinique brush, and then to highlight using the same brush, I'm using Twirly, and it's this super light pink on the end, and I think it gave it a really kind of natural finish, and I was able to put it on my nose and it not be overly shimmery because the shadow is kind of a satin finish, so it's not too in your face. For the lips, like I said in the beginning, I'm using Brooklyn Thorn, and I've never really used like a brown lipstick before. This is a NYX Liquid Suede, by the way, so it will dry matte. But I really liked how this one looked. It's kind of a gray-based brown, if that makes sense. Kind of like that grayish color, but a little bit darker. But I really liked it. I thought it looked good on my skin and with this overall look. So I will probably have some different shades of browns coming up in my next videos, and I can show you guys how to do that with Pear Skin if you want. So like this video if you want to see that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and since last night's video, I got 2 more subscribers, so we are creeping and creeping and creeping. That's from a song, isn't it? That's nothing but a G thing. Yeah. Closer and closer to our 174 goal. My headband's falling back. So yes, please keep subscribing and sharing my videos and telling your friends and liking and commenting. Like I said last night, I love your feedback. And I feel like I look very like housewife with this look today. Not with this, but just like everything else. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow.